The Joe Rogan Experience.
What do you think about Jake Paul, Anthony Joshua?
Boy. Well, realistically, it's one of the craziest propositions of all time. You take a guy who just had a boxing match that looks like a sparring match with a 58-year-old Mike Tyson, and then you're going to fight one of the absolute scariest knockout artists in the heavyweight division. Maybe we should watch the Francis Ngannou fight so you could see. Let's watch that real quick, just so you can see what Anthony Joshua is capable if he's fighting someone that's not in his league. Okay, look, Usyk beat him, and he beat him twice, and Andy Ruiz caught him in the first fight and dropped him and stopped him. It was spectacular. Andy Ruiz is super fucking talented. Usyk is perhaps the greatest heavyweight boxer of all time. Maybe one of the greatest of all time in any weight class. Usyk. And Usyk beat him, and he beat him twice. But Francis Ngannou is coming off of this fight with, go a little bit before that so we can see this happen. Watch this.
Highlights, we can't watch the whole fight.
So he drops him with a right hand early. And this is 2 minutes into the first round. And Francis gets up. He survives. And then Joshua, check out this combination he hits him with. I mean, dude, the speed that he hits him with this, he's so dangerous, man. It's like you're dealing with a guy who's an Olympic gold medalist, and he's enormous, and he's got vicious knockout power, and he's got immense amount of experience at world-class levels. Just think about what we said earlier. Fought Usyk twice. Fought Andy Ruiz twice.
Oh, man.
Bro, the timing in that right hand, just spectacular.
That's a stepping in as well.
Over the top. I mean, that was a full force shot to the temple. I mean, he's Fucksville right now. So they wipe off his gloves, but you look at him like he's really feeling it right now. I mean, he probably has no idea where he is. And Anthony Joshua,
oh my God,
him.
Absolutely folded in half.
Back that up again. Watch this. I mean, just steps into it with every ounce of his body. Perfect right hand. So the fact that Jake Paul wants to fight that guy, hey, I'll watch. I'm going to watch. I'm definitely going to watch. So you got me there. And if you want to show you're legit by taking on one of the scariest fucking heavyweights alive.
Can you get the tail of the tape of Paul and Joshua?
I was going to say, they got him to weigh a grade of 245. That's only 7 pounds less.
Yeah, that's nothing.
Yeah,
and there's some sort of a rehydration clause. Listen, kids, it ain't going to matter. There's not a chance that Anthony Joshua is not going to just lose the weight beforehand. He's not going to come in drained. What he's going to do is just do extra cardio, and that's just going to make him more dangerous. He's going to be terrifying, and he's going to have a lot to prove. He's going to be very angry that Jake Paul wants to fight him. Very upset that this YouTuber who's fought Tommy Fury, who's a legit boxer, and a couple other guys that were legit boxers. That's it. Like everyone else he's fought Ben Askren, who's really a wrestler. He fought Tyron Woodley, who was an elite MMA fighter, but not an elite boxer. He fought Nate Robinson, who was a basketball player. At least he's fought these guys. He fought Anderson Silva, and he dropped Anderson Silva, and Anderson Silva was a really good striker, but also in his 40s, different time. It's not the same guy he used to be. This is a 34-year-old Anthony Joshua. This is a terrifying human being. Terrifying. Again, a guy who survived Usyk twice. You saw what Usyk did to Dubois. You see Usyk take out Dubois. Did you see that? I mean, that's the Usyk you're talking about. There's an Usyk that rocked Tyson Fury, who's fucking 6'9".
So Jake Paul's 6'1" versus 6'6" Anthony Joshua. Jake weighed in for the Tyson fight at 199.
Yeah.
Joshua against Ngannou was 252.
6'6". Not just 6'6", but 6'6", and knows how to use every fucking inch of it. Knows how to keep that stick in your face. He was keep that jab in his face, and that right hand, if it hits you, you're fucked. And he's not worried about you the way he's worried about Usyk. You can't move like Usyk. You can't constantly be frustrating and overloading his nervous system. Usyk is overloading every aspect of your senses at every moment. He's constantly moving, and then punches are coming, and he loops punches around your guard, and he's constantly shifting his feet, and you think he's going to be there, and he's over here, and it's like this overload of thinking. It's not a casual, relaxed fight where you can kind of move around and get your groove and he's going to stay on the outside and you're going to... No, it's just constant. He survived that guy twice. He survived, in my opinion, the most skillful heavyweight of all time. Twice. And you're going to go box him? And the toughest guy you fought before was 40 years old Anderson Silva? That was the toughest guy so far you fought? You've lost to Tommy Fury, who's a very good boxer, but this is a giant Olympic gold medalist heavyweight. I mean, Anthony Joshua is fucking
He is
terrifying.
the thing that nightmares are made of.
And he's got that one-punch nuclear power. One punch. And he's fast. It's an like, there's certain guys that, like, in kickboxing couldn't translate over to MMA because they didn't have the kind of speed. Like Peter Aerts is a good example. He was a world-class kickboxer, one of the best of all time, but didn't have the style that would allow him to But then there was Mirko Krokop. Mirko Krokop, who was violently explosive, would perfectly transition to MMA because you got to be able to hit people quick. It was like a big part of it is speed. Anthony Joshua has that kind of speed. That it's a kind of
with
thing
252
like,
pounds.
if you don't
it.
have the skill to get away from that kind of power, what happens is Francis Ngannou and Anthony Joshua. You have to be a you can't judge that guy based on Dubois, who's a fucking murderer. Daniel Dubois is a tank, and he took out Joshua. But that guy's fucking terrifying. You're staring in front of that guy, but Usyk didn't stand in front of him. Usyk moved all over the place. Joshua's, and he's going to have a lot to prove. He's going to be very angry.
Do you think they'll let everybody take the brakes off? Because there's all rumors about Tyson versus Jake that both of them were sort of pulling punches and not fully letting it go.
I think that's a different deal, you know.
Do you think there was something probably just below the table?
I do not know. I do not know if it was said. I do not know if it was understood. I do not know.
In your professional opinion, based on what you saw, do you think that the people were holding back?
It definitely looked like sparring. But it could be that he didn't want to hurt Mike Tyson because Mike Tyson's 58 years old. Or it could be that Mike Tyson didn't want to hurt him because he likes him. I don't fucking know. But it wasn't what I was tuning in for.
It was not for me. I was there. I went to it live.
I was tuning in for Mike Tyson coming full 1988 Mike Tyson, full chaos. That's what I was hoping for.
We walked out like that.
Yeah, it looked like it. Yeah, but that's what everybody signed up for. So they got us. Whatever.
And do you think that...
This is different. I don't think this is that. I don't think this is that at all. First of all, it can't be that because Joshua is still competitive in the heavyweight division, and he's only doing this for money. Like, he's still set up for world title fights. After he knocked out Ngannou, you could still set him at, like, Joseph Parker just lost. You could set him up with Joseph Parker. You could have, until a year ago, he could fight Deontay Wilder.
You're saying that the lineage and the trajectory that Anthony Joshua is on, if he happens to go a little bit too gentle and lose by decision to Jake Paul, it doesn't exactly look great for his future heavyweight chance.
It fucks up all of his marketing opportunities.
Wow. So that's a really... So what we were saying before...
The Ngannou fight is a godsend to him, right? The Ngannou fight is like, hey, boxing's back. Yeah. This guy knocked down Tyson Fury. This is how it was supposed to go. Anthony Joshua, you carried the torch for the boxing community. Because I know a lot of, like, straight-up boxers, and they absolutely felt that way.
Yeah.
Like, this is what needed to happen. These guys can't come over from MMA and think they can box the best.
Yeah, you need to put them in their place. It's what's great there, and it loops back to what we were talking about before, is incentives, align the incentives.
Yeah.
Like, if you've got Joshua's... I mean, this is...
However, I should...
Caveat.
Yeah, here's the caveat. This might earn him $200 million. So if it earns him so much money...
Joshua or Jake Paul?
Joshua, like either one. How much money is involved?
$200 million?
Oh, dude, this is a Saudi organization, right? This is
Infinity
Riyadh
money.
Season, isn't this that was putting this on?
Probably. They seem to own everything. I think they own me now,
Well,
and you and Jamie and Carl.
It's Netflix, right?
Right. Yeah.
This is going to be on Netflix. Okay, so I don't know. Maybe it's not. Maybe Riyadh Season's not involved, but the money they threw Canelo Alvarez to get him to fight Terrence Crawford. This is like they're throwing insane money at people.
Money.
They're throwing nutty sums of cash at people to make amazing fights happen. Like this has always been the hiccup in boxing, is that people don't want to fight certain people because they want to protect their record. The Saudis are like, how much?
Everybody's got a price.
Yeah, everyone's got a price.
And we've got the bank account to pay it.
So here it is. The reported total prize purse for Jake Paul versus Anthony Joshua is $184 million, with an even split expected, meaning each fighter will earn approximately $92 million. Some reports initially suggest a different figure. 184 is the most frequently cited total from sources like Daily Mail and Wikipedia. Okay, that doesn't mean anything. Some have also mentioned Jake Paul's cryptic $267 million tweet, which may have fueled rumors. Listen, it really depends on who's setting it up. Netflix doesn't have to tell you how much they're paying, but the thing about Anthony Joshua, if he loses this, so let's say he's only getting the $92 million, which I bet he's getting more. Let's say he's getting $92 million. If he loses this fight, he misses out on that Saudi money because they could set up a Tyson Fury, Anthony Joshua fight, and each one of them gets $200 million. You could do a fight like that. The Saudis can do a fight like that. They can do a fight. They have enough resources to throw at boxing where they could change the entire landscape of boxing.
If you are the guy that stands in between 6'6", 250-pound Anthony Joshua and $200 million,
yeah,
I'm sorry. He's
not gonna. I don't think he's gonna lose to you on purpose.
I don't want to be that guy.
But I'm not saying that anybody lost to anybody on purpose. I don't think that's happened. But what I do think is that people take it easier on people if they like them, and it looked like they were taking it easier on each other than you would expect. I'll just say that. That's just my personal opinion. I don't think that's going to happen with this fight. I don't think there's any chance in the world, knowing what Anthony Joshua is a specialist at, he's a specialist at putting knuckles through your fucking brain, and that's what he's going to try to do to Jake Paul. And anything other than that, from a 34-year-old Anthony Joshua, will make us all think it's a fixed fight. Whether or not Joshua can do it, whether or not, Jake Paul shocks the world and shows us that he really does know how to box really well and moves really good and uses his jab and blows us all away with a strategy and a lot of footwork and movement and brings Usyk into his camp or Lomachenko's dad, even better, who's the guy who trained Usyk. He trained Usyk as well. Lomachenko's father. That's why they both are the best moving fighters in this generation by far. By far. They're in a group of the greatest of all time, like Willie Pep and Pernell Whitaker. There's like a group of like defensive wizards that exist today they're in that group. And two of them that exist in that group are trained by the same guy, Lomachenko and Usyk.
I don't want to be Jake Paul. That's what I
Yeah,
know.
fuck
I know
that.
I do not want to be.
But what better way to show the world you're legit? Go get knocked out by Olympic gold medalist, former world heavyweight champion, 6'6", 250 pounds.
Yeah, it's
show
wonderful.
the world you're in it to win it.
You're definitely not fucking about.